All right, all right. Welcome to the stream. We're playing What Remains of Edith Finch. And here we go. Starting over with the new game. Grand opening. Yeah, this is just a gorgeous, beautiful game. Based in the East Coast on an island called Orcas Island, which you can actually go to in real life, which is really cool. It's on my bucket list. I have to go there. So yeah, here we go. Enjoy.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Alright, yep, so here we are. Gorgeous game, super highly detailed. I got a body, as you can see.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Got the missing poster from Milton.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
We're strolling.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Jeez.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay, so we got Milton missing, Lewis funeral. It's so creative, like, so cool. I love this game.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Well, we could go left or right. Going right.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Yes, I pretty much got, like, walk around with WASD. I got the mouse and I can zoom in. It's like the controls. Got a stag over here.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
The house. There's the house.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
so cool. It's like a homey type of game. Like I recognize the sound of the wind chimes. These same garbage cans, we have those. There's that Orcas Island. Actually, I've never noticed that.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother. I heard something moving around in the garage.
Right, we'll check that out in a second.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Yeah, let me know in the chat, how does it look? Is it skipping? Is it looking good? I think I finally got it right this time. I had to restart the stream, I think 11 times now, just trying to get all the settings correct. So hopefully it looks good. This game is really special to me. I have almost all my friends play it, to be honest. I just want to show it to the world because it's so, like, eye-opening. It really gives you kind of a new perspective on life, and it's a really cool story, too. Thanks. Yeah, just reading the chat here, it says visuals great. Yeah, it's good to see you. I miss LA sometimes. I'm back in Illinois now. I'll never forget that acting class though.
I asked Edith once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
Yikes. Sorry, just texting my bro. He's texting me comments about the game. I'm like, bro, hop in the chat. That's what I have pulled up right in front of me, so. Alright, here we go.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Definitely had that pool. Growing up.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
It's January 2010.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
What's to say? In loving memory of Lewis Finch. Yeah, we know Lewis died. Milton missing. Yeah. And let's see, there's me. Wait, I'm Edith. Yep, that's me, little girl. Mama, Dawn, Edie, Grandma, and there's the brother Lewis. So we'll be going through the family tree here. This is like a gorgeous house. I would easily take it.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, snap. The iPod Touch. Sheesh.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, gorgeous house. I would definitely take it. Yeah, I once had a flight that connected where this is, Washington, Seattle-ish area. It looks just like this. It rains a lot. It's a vibe.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
It's such a cool creative game.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
All right, good night, Johnny. Sweet dreams. Just leave my stream on in the background.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Dang. It's Bigfoot. Cool, we went that way. I'll try to get a good exploration of the house.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's not creepy.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Alright, we went that way. Let's head upstairs. These things drive me up a wall. I had to say it. These things just drive me up a wall.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Alright, let's see where we're going. We got Molly's room with dates on there.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So we got Molly. We'll go here last. Sven and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Guys, I can't believe there's 5 people watching. This is so epic. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope you guys love this incredible game. It's one of my favorites ever. I'm happy to show it to you.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Got Gregory. Lived in the 70s.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah, that is the type of quality I had to go down to stream this game and have it looking silky smooth. But yeah, it's... Oh, look, I can get closer and it gets clearer. I just have to look really close. But yeah, My Friend Bigfoot, starring Barbara Finch.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
And Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Alright, let's progress this thing. Yeah, such a cool house. Incredible detail. Fun fact about this game, actually.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Hello, hello. I'm very beautiful. Thank you. Wow, that is so... I am so flattered. Thank you. It's really just the camera. I bought a really nice webcam, and anyone who's in front of it looks beautiful, so that's just how it goes. Thank you. But I was saying, fun fact about this game, the developers, they originally started out making a video game that was an underwater simulator. And it just evolved into this, a really personal, incredible story that this little development team made. Yeah, it's really cool. Fun fact.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
So cool.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Yeah, this game company is called Giant Sparrow, and they've
Reading
made 2
this,
games.
Maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Yeah, they've made 2 games so far, and I'm watching them. They're making their 3rd game, and I'm really excited to play it. So they made a game called Unfinished Swan, and then they made this, and then the new one, whatever it is, you can bet I'm gonna be playing it, and we can play it for the first time together.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Oh yeah, true. That's where we were
Being
just looking.
inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
So what is this room from? 30s?
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's sick. Like, the gerbil can, like, go down into there. That's super cool. That's dope. Yeah, December 1947. My goodness. It's been untouched by time. All right,
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Here we go. Let's learn the story of Molly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I'm Molly. Look, I'm like shorter. The room's bigger. Alright, what are we gonna eat?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
The little voice is so cute.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
What?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Where's the gerbil?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, Christopher. She does sound so cute.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Yikes, I don't think you're supposed to eat those.
I kept eating and eating.
Delicious. How about some toilet water to wash it down?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
This game is nuts. I'm telling you, strap in. Buckle up. Can you hear the purring sounds?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
And pops. I love cats. Cats over dogs, I'm just saying.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I think Molly's parents would be the OGs. What's the original Finch? What was his name? Odin. Odin and Edie Molly would have been their daughter, I think. I'm hungry.
I jumped and I almost got her.
So cool. It's the only video game where you get to be a cat.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Slowly sneak up.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then
So
I heard
cool.
little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh yeah. Well,
Rabbits.
chat says there's a whole game devoted to being a cat. Well, what about a whole game devoted to being an owl? Owl Simulator.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up and I didn't chew one bit.
That
Then
does
I flew
not.
off to find something bigger.
Ugh, that does not get easier to watch. Fun fact, owls will eat a rabbit whole like that, and then they poop out these things called pellets that has all the bones and fur. Pretty cool.
A mama rabbit.
Alright, Mama Rabbit, I'm coming for you. Boom. 0 deaths. First
She was
try.
almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
That's me when I'm hungry.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Come on.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Just imagine being that truck driver. You're just driving and you see like a great white shark just go flying over your car into the water. Yeah, it's a really interesting game. No doubt.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh yeah, seal. I don't think I've ever had seal. Alright, I'm coming for you.
I grabbed on tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
This one's my favorite. Oh yeah.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, maybe there's a video game that lets you be an owl. Chat is saying now there's a video game for that owl movie. I wonder how big my tentacle like thing, how long it can go. Dude, I'm like a giant monster. I'm totally controlling this. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this part's definitely scary.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Delicious?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Yeah, there's no video game that lets you play as a giant octopus. Okay, yeah, Octodad. But it's not a giant octopus. Oops.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh, snap.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. closer and closer.
Back in Molly's room.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Dude, what? What does it mean?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Definitely spooky, chat. There we go. Building on that family tree. Oh, that's interesting. I never noticed that. There's like a house underwater and dad in the boat. So yeah, well, there's plenty of theories out there. Did she become the monster? Was she eaten by a monster? What was going on? Your guess is as good as mine. This game is super deep.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
And that cat was just at the window. Okay, we got a little mood change. What is that down there? Totem pole?
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
All right, let's
Edie
learn
knit
about...
me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
just grandma things.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Dude, I'm so going there one day. Like, I have to. There's another really amazing game I'm gonna play and show you guys. It's called Fire. What? Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's based in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, and I went there in real life and I bought a blanket and it's amazing. This too. I want to go to Orcas Island one day. I'm gonna do it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll post a picture on Orcas Island. That'll be so sick.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
500 years. The Finches have fortune and misfortune. Guess we got Edith, who is not dead yet. Obviously, I'm playing as her. Yeah, so I think the leaves are people who are the ones who married in. Let's see. We just try to back away from this. Like, no, done. Yeah, there's someone in chat, like, asking me to buy followers. Like, no, I want followers who watch my games because I'm showing them really cool, amazing games. How do I get out of this? Oh, back away. Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Yeah, if you liked my other stream Before Your Eyes and you're enjoying this, like, I have so many other cool games like this to show you, and like, maybe you just want to watch a little bit and play them yourself. Maybe you just want to watch me play them. I've got plenty.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Yeah, I guess she is technically.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. Orcas Island Gazette. Built in 1937 by Sven Finch. I actually have never noticed that either. That must be like part of the original house.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
And that's the slide outside of the house. Yikes. The picture. Tragedy strikes Finch family. Tragedy strikes at Finch family pond. Celebration turns into mourning. So cool. This is really cool too. Oh, are these? Nah, actually, maybe it's not so cool. Are these like people who died in the family? Okay, let's skip out of there.
Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
I can see that. All right, let's move forward.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
No, Jonathan, I'm not making you the chat moderator. I don't even know if I can do that or how.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Okay, Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay. Okay. Chair in the bathtub? Cool. Got the froggy, the wind-up frog. You know, it's pretty rare to see realistic mirrors in video games. The only game I know that has realistic mirrors is anything made by Naughty Dog, like Uncharted or The Last of Us. And those games are just on another level, graphically. Cool, here we go. I've got the key to all the locks, apparently.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
So sick. I actually just saw a TikTok of a guy who has like hidden rooms in his house. It's kind of like this, but this is like way cooler. So we got a dark room.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Sven is... Where's Sven? Oh, Sven gave Sam the camera, who's a brother of Walter. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to follow. Like, I pick up something new each time I play this game, honestly. It's so in-depth. Milton was here. If there's drawing, Milton was there. The coolest thing that this game does is, like, it just makes me feel like this was all actually possible. Like, so much of this stuff is just nostalgic, and I have it. Or I have had it. Or I've seen it. Just awesome, incredible game. Labor of love. Labor of love. This looks like a classic
I
brothers
knew Grandpa
sharing a
Sam
room.
had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
To the command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Alright, Calvin. This room is sick. Got Neptune and Mars.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh my gosh, this is it.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, one more. Oh my gosh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Super sad.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was
11.
younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
No, that's terrifying. I've never tried that. Tried to just jump really far, but that is incredibly sad. All right. Let's keep it moving.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So, on this side is Sam.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
So sick.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Smaller hands and bellies. Interesting. He made them for the kids to go around the house?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Is it kind of... quality's kind of getting better? Yeah. My friend Bigfoot. Barbara Finch. Dang, she won some awards. So sick. Seattle Starlets. I'm telling you.
I thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
I'm telling you, Seattle is a vibe. Like, it's really cool there. Hey, yo, how old is this cookie cake? Oh my gosh. I would definitely not eat that. Last night I was hanging out with my friends and I found like some brownies in the back seat. I don't even know how they got there, where they came from. I think someone just placed them there. No clue. Like, I would never touch them. And then at the end of the night, I'm driving my friends home and I look at the back and he's just munching on the brownies. I'm like, dude, can't just eat random brownies. I don't know where those are from. He's alive, so. Yeah, anyway, crazy story. Don't eat random brownies that you find in cars.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
Hey, someone news in the chat.
Her scream hadn't aged well.
Yikes.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks.
Aha.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
20 minutes?
Right on cue.
It's like so cool.
She
And what
reached for the music box.
in what video game do you get to play a comic book? Like, what?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you like it. I like 5 people watching, guys. I'm blown away. Thank you. Thanks for just coming and hanging out. I got the chat pulled up.
Scratch and imagine the worst.
Yeah, I got the chat pulled up. I can see anything that you guys type. Let's play this together. We playing pool? Yo! Alright, back to the story.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Impaled and then ate them? Oh, yikes. Just some target practice.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick.
I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Here we go. Was that egg chair there before? It's really cool. It looks like it's something that the Camino guys would sit on in Star Wars. Alright, let's get up there. I gotta remember to go to the music box. Turn the key. That's sick.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Yikes.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Can we get a scream? Nice.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara,
okay.
There's gotta be another way out of here.
It's the secret book entrance.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
We got another viewer. Welcome. I'm gonna save this stream and I'll post it to YouTube also, so y'all can watch it later. If you're missing parts.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
Man.
He wasn't moving,
Get wrecked.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I'm gonna go finish the job. That roller skate.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's the Hook Man.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
What?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Dude, that is crazy. Yeah, so interesting. Like, what? Were the fans just symbolic of her choosing, like, stardom and... Or were they actual monsters? Like, what? There's so many questions. But let's keep it moving. See if we can figure out some answers. All these books. The Hollywood workout, A.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh yeah, we're going to the music box. Ooh, it's closed now. Yeah, it's music
funny.
box.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Hey, take it easy. I'm going. Yeah, true. I do. I wonder what that key unlocks. That is so sick. The rainbow of books. Keep spinning. Yes. All right, here we go. It's the real life version of the comic book. So sick.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
There he is, making that slide.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Here we go.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So cool. Ooh, the book on top, far right, The Finch Curse. There's a book on them. I try to just glance over these. So, oops. Oh yeah, what a great view. March 2005, Walter. Oh, so this is, no, Calvin and Sam are brothers. Walter is Barbara's little brother. Right.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Shaking.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Sorry, I'm learning how to do this. Oh, spin it. Okay,
That's
I got
what
it.
kept me sane.
I'm
Having a
going
schedule,
like this.
living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Got the groovy music. Watch this can opening. Okay, I'm kind of a pro. I've been doing this for, what, 10 years now? Oh,
Even
yeah.
a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Ugh. Brutal. Poor guy.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So, Barbara disappears, and he just gets so scared that he lives down in the basement, trying to avoid, like, the family curse.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Stays there, hears rattling, which is probably a train going by. Finally leaves one day and gets hit by the train. Like, if there is a curse, it got him. Here we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
That's a good point.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Brown rice, peanut butter, jelly. That's supposed to be the garbage pit. Yuck. Alright, let's go.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Dang.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
We got the proximity LED lighting.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Like, are you seeing this? How beautiful this game is? Like, someone made this. Dude. One thing I love about video games, like, it combines every art form. So you got actors, voice acting, musicians, composers, you've got screenplay, you've got animation, and it's not just a movie. You're also interacting with it and playing it. It's so awesome. I love video games, and I love the ones that play like movies like this one, because it's like a movie you can interact with, and it combines all types of art. Like, the people who drew this, their sole passion is art. The people who voice act, their sole passion is voice acting. So you've got a bunch of people, like, doing their very best at the thing they're best at, and it all comes together to create something beautiful. Like, just blows my mind. Like, I can sit here and have a view like this and think, like, someone made this. It's so awesome. I love video games.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Yeah, I hear you, Dicola. It's like playing a movie. That's the type of games I'm into.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, I'm on the other side of the, here. Wow, that means that's the swing that Milton swung on. And look, it's still wrapped around the branch. I've never noticed that before, and that's really sad.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh my goodness. Slurpy, Lurpy, Burpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy, Christopher! It's a good thing we didn't eat him. Wait, 1947. Isn't that the day isn't that the night Molly died? It is. What? Maybe she did eat him. Anyway. Shadow, Shotzi, Bob Oliver. That's awesome. And then some mystery pet, which I cannot see.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly with the cats. Calvin flying. The slide. The story keeper. Walter. Hole in the ground. The bridge. Oh, whoa! Dude, what? Walter's in there? That is cool. I have never noticed that. You see the miniature Walter? Caped Kamish, this is not my first playthrough. However, I am noticing new things. I mainly just want to show people this game. Anyone who's not aware of it.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I agree. Caped Kamish, this is one of my favorite games also. I started streaming and I started this channel to show games like this and this game. I just streamed one called Before Your Eyes. Dude, check that one out, or Dudette. It's awesome. And I'm gonna stream more cool games like this too. But this is without a doubt one of my favorites. Like, if you know me in real life, I've probably made you play it and watched you play it at some point. yeah, Caped Kamish, great game choice. Yeah, Before Your Eyes, yep. It's so good. my stream, I saved it and I posted it on YouTube too. I got more, bro, or broette.
Edie's
Stick
side
around.
was always easier for me to understand.
Oh, that's how you get around. Okay. Yeah, so that's actually the OG house that Odin came here on, and the waves like destroyed it. Remember? So. And then this house was built.
But the
played
older
it.
I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Where you go, Chaos? Yeah, it's each time I kind of go through this, I notice something new. Also, this is honestly I've played this so many times, but I'm still noticing new things. So, yeah.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Let's find some new stuff together. So what do we got here? Gregory, Sam, and Gus. Cape Gamer says, I feel like the phrase walking simulator is pretty close to being reclaimed. So many of the best games are
She lost
walking.
2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
So many of the best games are walking simulators. I agree. A lot of the games I'm going to show off on this channel are walking simulators. I've got some other cool ones though too. That I'll show, but yeah, any game that kind of plays like a movie, like I was saying earlier, I'm all about it. A movie you can interact with. Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Okay.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
It went away.
Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah, that was cool. A second ago, there were 7 people watching. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Like, I'm freaking out. If I could just show these games to one person, I'd be happy. But 7 people, like, come on. I'm just sharing with you something that I
Looking back
love.
on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Dude, can you not climb trees with a baby? Oh, I hate that part. See the baby? Kid Kamer says, what's so cool about this one is how the interactivity is an essential part of the story. If it were a movie, it would lose something. Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, this game has helped me out a lot. It's helped me to explain certain emotions. It's helped me to understand loss and grief. It's helped me to see the world in a new perspective, and helped me see that my life matters and it is exciting. And that a life, like, look at all these lives, like, some people like live longer than others, but it's just how life goes sometimes, and doesn't mean they had a bad life. I don't know. This movie just got me thinking a lot, and it helped me develop. This game, I called it a
I
movie.
never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Let's learn about Sam.
They were both pretty intense.
So this is Calvin's brother, and when Calvin died from the swing set.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Sam joined the military. What does that say? The resolution I have to play it in is hiding so much. Wow, he's pretty decorated. Purple Heart. I don't know what the Medal of Honor looks like, but it might be in there. Excuse me. It's not COVID. There's that sneeze that wanted to come out. Yo, hold on. No, let's not progress yet.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yes, I wonder who we're looking at here. Must be Sam and Kay, Gregory, Gus, and Dawn. The Purple Heart is the Medal of Honor? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Johnny, in the chat. Cape Camish, what did you notice? What's new? S. Finch. Wow, the gun is signed. See, you just pick up on something, one thing at a time. So the way I'm doing this, like, basically I post like a little commercial for my stream on my TikTok and on my Instagram, so you know what game I'm playing and when. I already got the next game lined up. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be 2 parts too, because it's a longer game. Okay, Cape Camish said, earlier the narrator says that Sam never set foot in Calvin's room after he died. That's true. When he moved back in, he occupied a totally different room. Yeah, you're right. You are totally right about that. He joined the military and never set foot in the room again. Good call out. Johnny says the Medal of Honor is the Purple Heart one. It's the one that they award to soldiers who have died in battle or were awarded IR. That's the one they award to soldiers who have died in battle and were awarded it. Okay. Let's learn about Sam. Seems like a pretty cool guy.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
It was Dawn.
Hmm?
Kind of want
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
The S. Finch gun. What are we taking on the trip? Propane. Watch. Bullets.
What?
Perfect.
Smile.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
There's that truck used in the beginning of the game. Yeah, Johnny said no, not this one. Crying face. This one's pretty rough. They all are. How about the zoom on this camera? Sheesh. It's insane. I'm just looking for any hidden details.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Birdie. Good enough.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
No, stop it. Johnny's spoiling in the
Just saying,
chat.
I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. eyes, Don.
Oh, yeah.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
Focus on the target.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
It's good advice.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
Elbows down.
Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Yep.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Definitely heartbreaking. Definitely possible, I guess. Yep. Alright. Let's keep on going. Why would you keep the photo? Good question, Jonathan. Yeah, poor Dawn. That was her only time going. Hey, he's got them MREs. The meal ready to eats. Let's keep it going.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That's a good point, Caped Gamish. Like, moving on is about living with it and adapting rather than forgetting it. There, you know, the cliche, like the 5 stages of grief, they're actually really legit, and I think everyone does go through them, whether you acknowledge them or not. So, yeah, if you're interested, check out the 5 stages of grief. It's pretty easy to look at maybe your own life and know which part you're trapped in, or maybe I wonder which part, like, I don't know, the grandma's trapped in. But yeah, one thing's for sure: when you lose somebody, you're never the same. Cool. Yeah, Caped Camish, I'm gonna check out that YouTube video, The Real Villain of Edith Finch. I'm gonna take a picture of the chat right now and watch that. Alright, here we go. The 3 for 3 in 1. Divorce contract. Sorry, I was sending a text.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I'm a baby! What? Okay. We're spinning the mouse. Like this. Look at that pixelated Shadow. Cringe. I had to restart this stream like 11 times to get the quality right. Ugh. Sorry, like some of it's not the best quality, but I just wanted to stream this game in at least 60 frames per second for you guys. That's terrible.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
I'm a baby.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. What game allows you to play as a baby?
What his world was like.
Apparently this kid's a master musician. And he can control toys with his mind. Oh, he's using the Force.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I think so. Yay.
I know how silly it sounds.
Thank you, Johnny.
That I worried about a baby being too happy.
Let's get some bubbles going.
But I could feel them slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Same Cape Game-ish. I can't hear that song without thinking about this part.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
I will save you. I can hold my breath longer.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
It's just messed up. One-year-old. Alright, like, there's some basic takeaways here. Don't send your kids to bed without feeding them. Don't leave your kid alone in a tub when he has force powers, and yeah, just this is just basic, like, stuff that you don't do. It's so heartbreaking. Dawn.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
He could have been a Jedi, for real.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I am a kite.
I tried to talk him out of it, though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I think I just got a new follower. Thank you. Oh, no way. Cape Camish, let's go. And my follower animation works. Yes. Dude, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. This is only my second game I'm streaming. There's so many more. I was just gonna say something. Oh yeah, Cape Gamer says, all the Finches. The first game I ever streamed was Before Your Eyes. And I put it up on YouTube and it's on here too, but Cape Gamer says, all the Finches have such tremendous power of imagination. I'm sure that's why so many of them wrote books. I agree. I agree.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yikes, don't look. I think I was blocking it with my camera. That's awesome. We do not swear on this channel. This is a non-swearing channel.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Good you told me that. I cursed like a sailor. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I never said a swear word my whole life. Nothing against you if you do, but I heard channels that don't swear, you get you can get more sponsors, so.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
This might be one of the most beautiful ones. Oh yeah, I accidentally swore once. Sorry, Jonathan.
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Good for you. Keep it up. If you can find more creative ways of expression, then you're better than me. I was raised in Detroit. I live in Brooklyn. The F word is basically punctuation at this point. Yeah, dude, I don't even know what it was. Like, just, yeah, maybe it's just the people I was raised around or where I was raised. Yeah, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, so yeah, pretty close to Detroit. But yeah, man, no, I'm no better than you because of it. That's for sure. Yeah, that's a really beautiful one with the poem. Can I go here? No. What is that, an old fire extinguisher? I was like, what am I looking at? House rules. I wish I could see. It's that 720p. Yeah. Okay, we're moving on.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
You're pregnant. Please don't do any more activities like this.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Are you kidding me? 9 people watching this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Check out this amazing game. I have so many other cool games like this. It's worth a play. It's so incredible. Let's learn about Dawn.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Santa says, Jesse, you're getting famous. Wow, thank you. It's not even my goal. My goal here is to show off these amazing games. And I just hope that that's happening. I'll say it a million times. These games literally changed my life. Okay, I've never slid down this pole as many times as I've played this game. I've never seen this. What? Has anyone else seen that? I've never seen that. There must be another way out then. Yeah, there's got to be another way out. Though I've never slid down that fireman's pole, so that's pretty cool. See, like, it was 9 people and now it's down to 3. Like, everyone ran away. That's hilarious. Oh, right. I totally missed this. Sorry if you caught that action.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
PewDiePie's super dope. Super authentic guy. I want to be just like him. Just be open and honest with people.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Milton, always drawing. Oh, look, it's more cans. Because Lewis worked at the cannery.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, Cape Camish, Last of Us is one of my favorite stories ever, man. I just played the first one, the DLC, and the second one. I didn't stream it. I just played it, like, for myself. So good. So good. That's, like, very close to the top for me. You have good taste in games.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Homeschooled. I was homeschooled, fun fact, for most of it.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
All right, here we go.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
This room is so cool. Like, I would take this room in a heartbeat. Yeah, The Last of Us 2 is an incredible game. I definitely get emotional every time. Just like, video games are really special in that way. They can do something that no other form of art can. I have to be like in a deep, dark, reflective mood, ready to learn something new. If I'm thinking about playing The Last of Us. Yeah, look at this room. Holy crap, I would live here in a heartbeat.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Yeah, congrats on getting Before Your Eyes. It's really dope. It uses your webcam actually to track when you blink. and that takes you through the game. Just like if you even just watch a trailer, you'll be like, "Oh, wow, this is amazing." It's a really cool game. It's about life, and similar to this, same energy. Let's learn about Milton. Sorry, I'm messing this up. What? Like, dude made a painting, walked inside, and disappeared? And there's missing posters for him?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Dude. The people who made this game, called Giant Sparrow, their first game is called The Unfinished Swan, and it's literally in the art style and look of Milton and his paintings. I think it's their way of connecting their two games. I have not played The Unfinished Swan, but I might on this channel. I know it's connected to this in terms of Milton, so let's head back down.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
You can't go through the door. But yeah, super sick room. Oh yeah, that's literally like art in the game. Yeah, they're connected. I'll look into playing that.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Sorry, just checking out a notification. I'm back. Oh, well, that's Milton. We're honestly making our way through. Who's left? Just one more? And, of course, Edith. We don't know what her fate is to be. Hey, guys, now that we have, like, more people in the stream,
Mom
like...
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
How does this chat look and sound? Like... Is the game, like... smooth? Is it skipping? Does everything look and sound good? Yo, Nathaniel, what up? Same headphones? Bro, these are the best headphones. Fun fact. I bought the AirPods Max. You know, like the Apple... big over-the-ear headphones with the cord, and I like these better. Like, at the end of the day, it's subjective what sounds better to you, but bro, these are currently my favorite headphones. Audio-Technica ATH M50X. There's a Bluetooth version too, but I don't mind the cord. Using a cord gives you better audio quality, so these are good.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Cool. Yeah, thank you, Kate Kamish. I'm glad it's... There are a lot of versions of the AirPods, Nathaniel. But Santa, thank you for bringing me followers. And, yeah, thank you, Cape Kamish, for the assessment. Most of the games that I like and play, they're pretty like lower quality. This one was very graphically demanding, so it took a while to get it right, but I'm glad it looks good. Because this is going to get saved as a highlight, and it'll go right up on YouTube, too. Hopefully, we'll let others discover it. Jonathan says, still better than PewDiePie's quality. Dang. Aw, snap. We got a new friend, a new follower. Jasmine, thank you. Welcome. Santa's friend. Yay, the Goku friend thing is working. I'm gonna make a bunch more of those. Alright. Let's do this. Let's learn about Lewis.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Don't do drugs, kids. This is a pretty dope room, though. I can't lie. Jasmine said, okay, I'm going to go sweat Bed Wars now. Have a good stream. Okay, bye, Jasmine. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the follow. And become the best at Bed Wars. Alright, we won't read that yet. That's the story. That's the book one. Sheesh! Man's got the dual monitor setup with the gamer keyboard. Sheesh! Oh, the gamer headset? Is that the Audio Technica ATH-M 50Xs? The AirPods Max? See, this guy's smart. He's got the exercise ball chair. I've seen that a lot, actually. That might be the move. What does that say? The Bad King's Dream.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
What does that say on there? Wendyland? That sparrow, that's the symbol for either their next game they're working on or a symbol for the company. Or whatever bird that is. Johnny said people still play that. I don't know what Bed Wars is, actually. I'm just being honest. I'm going to have to go check it out. But let's learn about Lewis. Caped Gamish says, the whole game would not work nearly as well if it weren't for the great acting. The girl playing Edith is so good. Her voice is so fragile and curious. Yep.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
This one hits pretty hard.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
This one takes pro gamer. You can't just be like an average Joe and play this part. You gotta multitask. Which I am bad at. I said it takes a pro gamer, not I'm a pro gamer.
Small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Yikes.
He knew it was all in his head.
What up, White Topaz? You already crying? Same. I've been crying since the start.
But he took it very seriously.
I love this game. It's amazing, and I'm gonna play more games like it on this channel. That's why I started streaming. Games like this.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
This is a lovely game. It literally changed my life, and like I said, I have plenty more like it.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Second favorite only to FF7R. What is that, White Topaz? What is FF7R? Yo, did we got a new friend? The Stanley Cup? The actual Stanley Cup? Thank you for that friend. I really appreciate that.
I spoke with his boss.
That is epic. Yeah, dope. I haven't played the Final Fantasy games. It's on my list though, okay? So don't shoot. I'm gonna play them. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should play them. But yeah, if you like this, then I trust your judgment. That Final Fantasy's dope, so. I'm just sitting here chopping fish like I could do this all day. It's kind of like relaxing. I mean, I don't know. It's the fish simulator.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hey, the puppy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Dude, this goes so deep. Oh my gosh. Like attention deficit disorder, like.
And songs for them to play.
Man. Can I relate to this?
He talked about starting a band.
Yeah, just in general, daydreaming. Like,
And he was always humming something.
This is a really powerful story.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Yeah,
His chopping was as reliable as ever.
White Topaz, I've played this many times before. But honestly, I'm catching a lot of new things this time. My main goal of this channel and playing this is to show it to people and build awareness for this game, because it's so dope. A lot of people haven't heard of it, so.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Agreed, I try to get people to play it. Okay, dude, like, if White Topaz, if you know me in real life, I've probably made you play this game. Like, I've made all my friends play. But recently I quit my job and I decided to stream more and actually try to show, like, everybody these games, like the whole world. So that's kind of my goal with streaming. And I post little commercials for the games I'm about to play. This is only my second game, actually, so I'm glad you found me. So I post a little commercial for the game on TikTok, and then I post it on my Instagram, and then I stream the game a couple days later, and then I throw the stream up on like YouTube, and I save it on here. But yeah, like, I'm on a mission to share these games with the world, bro. Like, that's the plan.
He held him in
Yo, thank you for the friend. But like, these games actually like changed my life and helped me to be a better person, and I hope that they'll do the same for other people, you know. The Dragon Ball Z. Yes, dude. I'm so glad that works because I just learned how to use.
And he won.
I just learned how to use Twitch.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
The Mario reference, I love it.
It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
It's getting harder. It's getting harder to balance the worlds.
New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Yikes.
Minneapolis.
Okay,
Until
that one's
one day
reaching.
he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh no, I got a headless fish on the loose. Let's clean up a little bit. Alright, there we go. The Minneapolis, ridiculous.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Wait.
handsome queen.
Ever seen a handsome girl before? That's a real thing. And a beautiful man. Like Henry Cavill, that's a beautiful man. Why was OMG censored
The
for me?
queen was on her own quest for...
rainbows. I don't want to see snakes. No, no. Yes. Check your language filters. Yeah, good tip.
He followed the sound of her...
I don't know what a sitar is, so I'm gonna stick with what I know.
silver harp.
I'm getting exhausted here.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
East of the...
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh gosh. This is pro gamer moment.
The world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh snap. As my graphics card usage just shoots up. BRB gonna check on my kiddo. She's quiet, that means she's either asleep or in trouble. Where's mom? Hey, do your thing. Family first. Family first. Then this family.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Dang.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Wow. LP Brown Cannery.
He began to forget the world we know.
It's a vibe in this locker room. Like, this is real life right here. Except for the golden door, which that I never noticed during my other playthroughs of the game. so interesting because he's kind of like walking out of his imaginary world into the real world. Oh, and I also just noticed I am the prince right now. That's really interesting. He's like really fully in his delusion. It's really sad. What do we got here? The Nintendo Switch version 2. Sheesh! What else we got? The car keys. Sheesh! Amazing. Alright, let's progress this. He began to forget the world we know. Wow,
I
what a
think
scene.
it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh man, I can't wait for their next game.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey, I'm usually pretty quiet when I'm gaming too, so that's how it is. Welcome back, White Topaz. I'm you, but better. Sheesh, man's got the double piercing on. Man. Imagine the smell in that room.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
What's up, guys? Walking in slow motion. The cat.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting him.
What up, Molly? She's like this.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Man, imagine being this lost in a delusion or a daydream.
There was only one thing left to do.
Sadly, though, it actually happens. I'm even guilty.
Then down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's rough. That's real life.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Seriously, a tragedy. A lot of these stories aren't all that impossible, too. That's the eye-opening part. Well, there's like some supernatural elements, but yeah, for the most part. Dude, I would chill on this swing with this view all day. Like, that is so sick. Alright, where are we going now? I actually think it's back in here. Let's see. No, no. There we go. Hang on, I'm getting a text. Have you played the Unfinished Swan? Actually, no, I have not. I'm well aware of it. I know it's connected via Milton. It's on my list. I'm gonna check it out. I must. Okay, copy that. I definitely will. Then, thanks for the recommendation.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
This company, Giant Sparrow, they're making their third game right now. I'm trying to follow the development as much as I can. I just know they're hiring people for it, so
She
it's
waited
exciting.
until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Okay, I will play it. And when their new game comes out, the next Giant Sparrow game, we can play it for the first time together. It's gonna be awesome. I have a whole bunch of games I want to show you.
To make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
I'm stepping on packing peanuts. That's just satisfying. Anyway.
But I understand why we left.
Edith's mom. This is kind of like how my apartment looked in Los Angeles. Like, it was pretty small.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I think my house is that big. Wait, of this or of the whole house? I need clarification. Oh, there's the Gus kite. I just noticed that for the first time. Just that? Oh my gosh.
One way or another.
Well, you know what? It's a cool house. Treehouse house. Like, look at that.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Me too. All right, let's jump into this game. This room is so sick. On Death and Dying, the book. Let's learn about the last night. Here we go. Oh, nice. All right, here we go. Buckle up.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
All right. Oh, it's crazy to think they're just in the other room. Oh, Massachusetts? Does that mean by Mass? Welcome. That's epic. Only Johnny, you asked what state, and Chicago and Detroit are actually cities, not states.
the power had been shut off that morning.
Yeah,
but
goofball.
Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
What? I wonder if I can go in here in the normal gameplay. I don't think so. Because we haven't gone to the library in the normal present-day Edith house. What continent am I from? I'm from Earth.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
I think she's talking about the curse.
Has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Interesting how Edith's words are white, Mom's are blue, Edie's words are green. Just noticed that this playthrough.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
And like the mom blames Edie for the stories and people dying. That's interesting. Is there anything else here? Ooh, when I walk, it kind of lights up. Is there anything else cool? Who lived here? What is this? Is this where Edie lived? No. That's cool. Ooh, what does that say? I want to learn the secrets. Okay, whatever. History of the Finches. Grandma's the villain.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Grandma.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
The grandma's the villain. Cape Camish agrees. Interesting. I need to watch that video you told me. The real villain of Edith Finch. Cool. Well, when is this?
An earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Looks pretty current. Ooh, there's a light on. Which is Edie's room. I remember that.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Alright, I know the house is straight ahead. We're just gonna go straight. Boy!
I got turned around.
Okay, that rock spawned there. It appeared there. That's just bogus. What?
For a while, I wondered.
Cape Camish says it's how the grandma's attitude towards death was self-fulfilling. Self-fulfilling prophecy. It made me think. So not straight. LOL. Yeah, true. It's pretty messed up.
I started seeing things.
Hey, no, I was walking straight. Come on. Give me some credit here.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Betty, I missed you. Wheelcherry. No, just
that
Cherry.
Night, a lot of things came back to me.
Yikes, none of this stuff got washed
Or
away.
maybe I came back to them.
This is the part I have so many questions about.
Things I can't can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Like, what was that? What was that light?
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Who lives up in that room? I think it's Edie's.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Dude. Oh, I have so many questions.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
I know.
After that, we moved around a lot.
R.I.P. Yes, I'm controlling
We
this.
both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
I do that all the time.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. So I guess Edith died in childbirth for the boy. Dang, that game's amazing. So good. Just so good. I can't play that enough. I always notice something new. Or it helps me out with where I am in life right now. This game's amazing. I've got plenty more to show y'all. I just streamed a game called Before Your Eyes. It uses your webcam to track when you blink, and that controls the game. It's so sick. And I'm already ready to play the next game for you guys. I'm going to make a little commercial for it and throw it up on my Instagram and my TikTok. And I'll put the time I stream it on Twitch and on there too. So stick around. I got much more cool things to show you and cool things for us to experience together. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That was seriously dope. Let me catch up in the chat over here. White Topaz says, I cry so much on this game. Same. Cape Gamer says, something my fiance mentioned to me when we were playing through the game. Suppose Edith did get the chance to finish Grandma's story about the house. Would there be much more exaggeration? Considering the Grandma exaggerated everything else. Johnny says, I think exaggerated truth is the trend of the game. Wow, interesting. Interesting views. Yeah, and then yeah, thank you for coming, Dicola. Thanks for hanging out and watching. I always love seeing your adventures on Facebook. So cool. I got more cool games to show. Yeah, when you beat the game, you can go back and play any of the stories too, which is cool. So I could do replay a story and then go to any one, which is dope. So see you next time, my friends. Thank you for the friend requests and everything. Y'all are the best. It's only my second stream. You guys are amazing, so. Cool. Until next time. Bye, everybody. Peace.